Anything is possible.
It's Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Sorry, I'm trying to get myself organized here and get that looking straight. Okay, so I thought what I would do is jump on this morning. You're not going to see my face this morning because I haven't got my hair done, haven't got my makeup on, but you know what? It is what it is. So I've decided that I would just jump on and do a quick live video with you. So what I wanted to do is show you this awesome peaceful nativity stamp set, and I wanted to case something out of the catalog that was super fun. It is a little gift box here, but I wanted to turn it into a card. So I thought what I would do is show you how we can get something in the catalog, we can look at it and we can go, you know what, I'm actually going to turn that into a card. It's a great little gift box, but I thought I wanted to do it as a card and use it as a card front. So I'm going to pop that aside. So I've got the Peaceful Nativity stamp set, and it comes with the beautiful dies. Now I haven't put ink to this one yet, so I've been hanging to have a bit of a play with this one. So it's got beautiful dies of Mary and Joseph and Jesus, and yeah, so I thought everyone loves a nativity scene for Christmas. So what I decided was I was going to do that. So first of all, I'm going to start with, I've got a piece of soft suede cardstock, and that's going to be my base for the card. So it's cut at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches, and I'm just going to fold that in half. And that's going to give me a card front size of 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. All right. So then I've got a piece of our gorgeous designer series paper. And this is the Poinsettia designer series paper. And they've got that as a backing sheet. But you'll notice here that they've got this gorgeous ribbon wrapped around. So what I thought I would do is just do a layer of crumb cake in under here. So I'll just cut that crumb cake layer so that I can tie the ribbon around that crumb cake layer. So I'll cut that layer at 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. Okay, I'll go there. 3 3/4. And that's going to give us a really nice layer for the front. So it's going to look a little bit different to what this is in the catalog, but this is a way that you can have a great fun time casing things but changing it up. Hey Rose, how you going? So good morning. We've got Shirley, Molly. I was just talking to Shirley on the phone. Molly, Samantha, how you going? Megan, Cheryl Lee. So I'm here on Facebook for a change. So isn't that a change for me? So I've got this gorgeous ribbon. Now you might say I haven't seen this ribbon before, because this is a ribbon that's coming in our brand new mini catalog starting in January. But I thought I wanted to use it today because I absolutely love it. It's got a fine sparkle of gold in it. I was just going to see if there's, it's called Fine Art Ribbon. I'll hold it up a little bit closer, but can you see the gorgeous gold glimmer in this ribbon? It is simply stunning. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a fake bow that it's tied around there. So I'm going to grab some of my Seal Plus, and I'm just going to put Seal Plus top and bottom of that piece of crumb cake, and then it's going to be in the middle. So I'm just going to go like that, wrap it around and stick it into my Seal Plus there. Just bear with me while I find a pair of scissors. There they are. All right, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to adhere that onto the front of my card, because that's all I really need to do for that layer. So I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals and adhere that to the front of my card. So I thought I'm going to get myself into a little bit of a habit. I'm going to case some things out of the catalog and bring you a couple of live videos as much as I possibly can. I've been absolutely so busy with all of my retreats that I've been missing crafting with all of you. So it's been wonderful to be able to jump on. I did a live video yesterday on YouTube yesterday morning. I'm on Facebook this morning. So keep watching all of those platforms and you will see some content coming from me in the next few days. So we've got that all sorted to go onto the front of our card. So I'm just going to line that up and pop it onto my card base like so. All right, so then they've got this piece of designer series paper and I'm just going to glue that straight down onto the front. So I'm going to use my Seal Plus again. Now, depending on what you like with our glues, I tend to, the Seal Plus is definitely my go-to out of our tape runners. As long as you make sure that you get yourself at a right angle to cut it off, you will have no worries of it. Making sure that it definitely cuts off at the right place so it's ready to go the next time you use it. Sorry, my phone's ringing and I'm like, oh. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I have a piece of this cardstock here. Now, they've done a tag. You'll see in here that they've actually done a tag, but I've worked out it's the tag out of our Wishes and Wonder stamp set. So I'm going to bring in our cut and emboss machine and I'm going to cut that tag. So I'll just grab my cut and emboss machine. Okay. Bring that in. And grab the plates, which are all under everything here, but I'll grab them. So I'm going to use plate number 1, plate number 2, and a cutting pad on the bottom. I'll place my tag, and I'm doing that out of crumb cake there, and place another cutting pad on top and wind that through. Okay. All right, so we get that cute, sweet looking tag, which is absolutely gorgeous. All right. Shirley saying that she probably shouldn't watch it because it wasn't on her radar at all. And, you know, it does get a little bit that way. All right, so I have, where did I put that embossing folder? So I've got the gorgeous Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. I just need to find my grey plate that goes with that. There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that tag into the textile embossing folder. Now, because this is a 3D one, and the reason that I'm actually doing the embossing after I've cut the tag out, if you actually run that through an embossing folder and then you run it through, hey Anne-Marie, thank you for joining, fancy that. I normally watch you live, now you're watching me live. So I'm running that through the embossing folder now. It's a 3D embossing folder, so we need to use our number 4 plate. And the reason that I'm running it through the embossing folder after I've cut the tag out is if you run that through with the die and you've already embossed it, when you run it through with the die, it will flatten out your embossing. So you don't want to flatten out your embossing after you've already embossed it. All right. So we've got that. I'll get that out of the way. All right. So we now have that look there. So you can see this starting to come together. All right. So now I've got a piece of Whisper White here. So I'm going to stamp Mary and Joseph on the piece of Whisper White. So I'm just going to grab that stamp out. And as I said, brand new set. I haven't inked it up yet. I'll have to put my sticker on. I can't stand not putting the stickers on. So bear with me while I mount this. It won't take me very long. Okay. So today is my youngest daughter's formal. So it's a super exciting day for her. So I thought I'd jump on, do a video this morning, and then get into all of the formal fun and festivities getting organised for her night tonight, this afternoon, so I can spend some time with her. just her and I, which will be wonderful. So I'm actually going to ink that up with Early Espresso. Now, the reason why I'm using Early Espresso, you know me, I don't like to color and I don't like to use black when I'm inking up images to color. So I'm just going to use Early Espresso. I just think that will go really well. I'm going to ink that up again. I don't actually like that one. It didn't stamp real well. We'll go a second time. Okay, that one's better. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm then going to, I think I just want to do a bit of soft coloring. So I might use with my blends, I think a little bit of Seaside Spray maybe for Joseph's coat. So I'm just going to use the light. I don't want a lot of color. So just the light and go over his clothes. And then I think for Mary, I might just use a little bit of my petal pink. So my light petal pink. And we'll just do her outfit with light petal pink. Like that. And we'll do a little bit of crumb cake just for the cute little manger there. And maybe his little, and we might use dark crumb cake for his hair. There, so give him a bit of hair. I might actually use a dark crumb cake on that. All right, like that. And then I'm thinking maybe, I think it's Light So Saffron I have here. What have I got? Light So Saffron for the straw. And I'm thinking probably my dark Seaside Spray for little Jesus there. And I think that looks quite good. So then I'm going to come in with the matching die and we'll cut that one out. My comments aren't scrolling through here, so I can't. Yes, mother and daughter time. That is exactly right, Anne-Marie. So not often do you get a chance with your teenage girls that they want to spend the day with you or the afternoon with you. So we're actually thinking that we might go out for lunch somewhere, have a bit of something to eat. Then she's going to come home. She's going to get her makeup done. And then, seeing as I'm a hairdresser, I will be doing her hair for her formal, and then she'll be getting dressed. And I'm sure the afternoon will fly by quicker than we expect. So I'm going to run that through. I'm going to line that up over my stamped image. And bear with me if I don't get that quite right. I'm trying to get that done. I would normally use my magnetic platform, but I haven't got that in here at the moment. It's out in my room because I've been doing retreats. So there we have Mary and Joseph already. All right. Now I'm going to keep that scrap because I'm going to need it to stamp the sentiment. So the sentiment on it says rejoice. So I'm going to grab that and I'll also mount that onto the sticker so that we know what we're doing. Okay, so we'll mount that like that. All right, grab a block. And I think I'm going to ink that in crumb cake. So we'll ink that up and stamp that in crumb cake, and that looks really good. All right, so now the next thing that we need to do is we need to cut this gorgeous die out. And I think what I'm going to do is, oh, if I can get off the sheet. So this die here, I'm going to grab some of my foil sheets. What have I got here? I'm thinking maybe like the copper, like the dark color will be good. So our brushed foil sheet, I'll just cut a piece off there to be able to do that. Like that. Hopefully that will be big enough. Yes, it will. And it will fit that way. So that's good. I'll bring in the cut and emboss machine again. Now, normally you would get a really nice unmarked plate to be able to pop on top here. I don't actually have one at the moment, so it doesn't mark your foil. So what I'm actually going to do is I'll just run it through until I know that that die is cut and run it back the other way so I don't mark my foil. So that's one thing to remember when you're using your foil sheets, that if you have a cutting plate that is marked, it will actually mark your foil. So I don't know whether you can see there, it's got a few marks where that cutting plate was a little bit marked. So I always like to keep one good clean one ready to go. So we've got that gorgeous die there. All right. So we're just about ready to assemble this card. Let's pop those little pieces out. How cute is that in the foil? Doesn't that look super, super cute? Who out there has this set? Who that's watching me at the moment already has this set and has played with it? Hey, Linda, how you going? You're going to have to make coffee. You just woke up. I will have a great day with my daughter, Linda. I will, for sure. Hey, Crystal, how you going? Yes, great tip about the plates, Anne-Marie. Like it marks your foil. So always make sure that you've got a really good, cutting pad, clean cutting pad that hasn't been used, and just save it just for using on your foil sheets. All right, so that tag is going to go up here. So I'm actually going to glue that tag down because the bow actually goes in the middle of that tag, but I'm actually going to do just a fake bow. So it's going to be okay that just a fake bow is going to be sitting there. So I'm going to grab my Seal Plus again, and I'm going to glue that down. When you've got an embossed piece as well, be very, very careful when you're using your Seal Plus on it. Don't be too heavy-handed because it will pull your cardstock up. Because you've broken the fibers in the cardstock and you've softened those fibers, be very, very careful that you don't break, don't pull that embossed layer, your cardstock up with it. All right, so I'm going to do that. We've then got our gorgeous, beautiful, what do we call this? Can someone tell me what we call this? Is this called the manger? I don't know. I'm so I can't say that I passed religion at school. I can't say that I probably listened very much in scripture. Isn't that bad? I'm not a bad person. I'm really not. But when it comes to the details, yeah, don't quite have all those details. All right, so I'm just going to grab some of my Tombow. I'm convincing you need it, Emery. What can I say? I do my job well. I can't go past a nativity scene. I decorate, used to when the children were little, when the girls were little, we used to decorate the whole house with Christmas decorations. And I have a nativity scene that has beautiful, ceramic little animals and Mary and Joseph, and it's got a nice straw roof on it. Stable, that's it. Thanks, Rhonda. The words are the words are escaping me this morning. It's a stable. Yeah, gee, a big name for it. Hey, Sylvia, you're just in from walking your dog. Well, welcome. So please feel free to share the video, everybody. So share it onto your Facebook profile so other people can enjoy in the crafting. So I'm just going to Mary and Joseph. I'm actually going to pop those up onto dimensionals. And I had my dimensionals right here. And as usual, you always lose everything, don't you? Where did they go? Okay. Oh, there they are, under the ink pad. I knew they'd be under. Every time you lose something, you have to say, where did I lift something up? It will be under something for sure. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on there. Wow, it's really warm here. How's the weather wherever you are? It is so warm here today. We have had the last 3 days or 4 days actually has been super high temperatures, hot like a heat wave. It's just been so hot and muggy here. Okay, so we're going to put Mary and Joseph just down there. Now, with my Rejoice, yes, I'm going to fussy cut. I know all of you out there go, am I going to fussy cut? Do we have to fussy cut? And sometimes there is just times where the fussy cutting has to happen. So I'm going to fussy cut. The manger is what the baby Jesus is in. Yes, well, I did have it right because I was saying when I coloured it in that I was colouring in the manger. So we're having a bit of a scripture lesson here, everybody. All right, so I'm just going to go around my Rejoice word. Do you not just love the font in this stamp set with the sentiments? Can't go past a really nice, beautiful, scrolly font when it comes to, especially with Christmas crafting. I don't know what it is. I just feel like Christmas crafting, we tend to, I really like those nice scrolly fonts for sentiments. So we're just going to go around here. And once again, when you're fussy cutting, remember moving your cardstock, not actually your scissors. You're just gently squeezing your scissors. So if you struggle with fussy cutting, my answer to that is just keep practicing. It will come. But remembering just to gently squeeze those scissor blades, and you will find that you get a really nice, good cut. So now I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back there. I think I've got room. I'm going to use my mini dimensionals because I feel like mini dimensionals is going to fit on here a lot better. Very warm in your small town, Sylvia. In New Zealand, dog kept on stopping under shady trees to have a breather. So you're getting warm weather over there as well. Yeah, I know. It's just been amazing, isn't it? And I mean, a lot of my friends overseas, they're getting snow, and I was like, oh my God, like here we are sweltering away and they're getting snow, predictions of snow. It's funny, isn't it, when we're from all over the world. Hot here, 32 degrees yesterday, Linda. Yeah, because you're up North Queensland, aren't you, Linda? Yes, Caboolture, that's right, yep. So Linda, let me get this right. Are you Gayna's friend, Gayna Mason's friend? Okay. All right, so I'm going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to do a cute bow to go in here, like it's going to go in that, like it's going to look like it's coming out that little hole punch part, but it's not. We're just going to be able to stick it on. I do this a lot with my bows. How cute is that looking? All right. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to cut that with my scissors. Okay, so everything that I have used with my crafting today can be purchased through my online store. So if you live in Australia and you absolutely have fallen in love with what I have done today, it's not too late to buy your Christmas supplies and make some of these gorgeous cards, because I will actually be making quite a lot of Christmas cards in the next couple of weeks so that I can send out quite a lot of Christmas cards to all my friends and family. All right, so I'm just going to use a little bit of Wink of Stella because I think we need a bit of Wink of Stella. I'm going to do some Wink of Stella on Mary, a bit on Joseph, some on the manger and Jesus. Now remember, when you use your Wink of Stella, that it will actually move your ink. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze a bit of that Wink of Stella down in there, and I'm actually going to use just my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to spritz some Wink of Stella over that. Now, when you do this, remember that you need to make sure you've got everything covered, that you're not going to put Wink of Stella everywhere. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see that in the video, but it has put some beautiful shimmer and shine all over. So it's super fun to be able to do that with your Wink of Stella. So as you can see, I have taken an idea out of our catalog here and turned it into a card. So that's how quick and easy. I know a lot of people say I struggle with inspiration. I struggle with how I'm going to do something. When I looked at that, I thought I can turn that into a card. And there you have it. As quick as anything, a card. So this is the first time you've seen me on Facebook. Please feel free to turn that bell notification up just above where the comments are. You'll see a little bell. It'll say favorites and a little bell. Turn on that bell notification. If you haven't liked my business page, please feel free to like my business page on Facebook, and feel free if you're watching this back later on to comment. I always go through the comments. I love chatting with people and crafting with people. So hopefully you enjoyed that quick crafting session this morning, and I will be back surely in the near future for some more live crafting. So everybody have a lovely day, and until next time, bye for now.
Stampin' Up and it's our way.